Good morning, children. Welcome back to e-learning classes of P.N.AMERSEY High School. Hope you all are safe. Let's begin our new poem number 3, The Shed. This poem is written by Frank Flynn. His full name was Francis Stanislaus, means Frank Flynn, was born in 1906 in Sydney and died in 2000. By profession, he was an Australian doctor, author, and missionary priest. The motive of the poem seems to make learners know about the shed and its significance. The rhythm and richness of language is impressive. The poet talks about a shed in his garden. Do you know what a shed is? A cow shed, a tool shed, a wood shed means it is used for different purpose. For example, it's a small room away from the main house for storing or keeping things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. Now let's read the poem. There's a shed at the bottom of our garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I am in bed, I lie and I listen. I'll open that door one day. So, children, there was a shed near the house of the poet. It scared him to tell. When he passes by it, the door was covered with hanging spiders' webs. The door hinges were rusty because it was weather beaten. It created a creaky sound while closing or opening of the door. The poet listens to the sound while lying in the bed. Yet the poet decided to open a door to witness everything by himself. Children, in the second stanza, the poet says, there's a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. I often think there's someone staring at me each time that I pass. I'll peep through that window one day. So, children, here further he describes that windows were dusty and window panes were cracked. The poet realized that someone stared at him whenever he passes through the shed. He decided to open the gate one day. Here the poet says, I'll peep through that window one day. So, peep through means to look through the window inside the shed, and he want to know whether there is someone or it's just an imagination. And let's go to the next stanza. My brother says there's a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards, and if I ever dare to set foot inside, he'll jump out and chop off my head. But I'll take a peek one day. Now, children, what happens here? His brother tried to scare him away by telling him that the ghost hides under the rotten floorboards. Rotten means which are very dirty, and floorboard means the floor made of wood. He would jump off on the head of the poet, yet the poet did not let his confidence loose. Here brother is trying to frighten him, and he is saying that if you enter the shed, the ghost will chop off your head. At the last, the poet says, I know that there isn't really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. There isn't anyone stirring or making strange noises, and the spider has been gone from his web since I don't know when. I'll go into that shed one day soon, but not just yet. What happened? The poet knew that the ghost did not exist in the shed. Rather, his elder brother used the shed as his den. The child realizes the truth, so he could not be fooled by his brother anymore. He dared to visit the shed one day. He still waited to realize for the right time to come. Children, here ends the explanation of the shed written by Frank Flynn. I'll send you the answers through the PDF soon. Till then, stay safe. Thank you and have a nice day, children.